Hey, it's Riley from Superhuman, and if you're looking to become superhuman, whatever superhuman means to you, maybe it's better health for the sake of better health. On a scale of 1 to 10, maybe you feel like a 1 or a 2, and you just want to get up to 5, 6, or 7. You can become that superhuman version of you and just get back to feeling normal again. But maybe you feel like you're around 5, 6, 7, you feel okay, maybe mediocre, and that's just day to day. But you're not achieving the results in your personal and business life that you're looking for, and you're looking to take it to the next level of becoming peak performance superhuman and getting to that 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, but most importantly on a consistent basis. You may have noticed times in the past when you have felt superhuman, but maybe it's only one time a year, maybe it's only one time a month, and maybe it's never. We want to get to that 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 as consistently as possible. Now, a lot of the people that I work with are business owners, and business owners have a lot of things on the go at once, whether they're content creators, whether they're YouTubers, whether they're, some even potential athletes, high-level entrepreneurs that are running many clients, school groups, people with many employees. Like, how do you manage everyone? And so when everything flows through, you can read all the business books that you want. You can watch and read all the seminars, all the courses. But what that flows through, like what that filters through is ultimately, how do you feel? How do you feel inside of your own body? Do you feel like your energy is a 10 out of 10 when you're doing certain tasks? Or do you feel like your energy is a 2 out of 10 doing those certain tasks? Because you can read all the business books you want. A 2 out of 10 version of yourself or 10 out of 10 version of yourself. And I can tell you that the 10 out of 10 version of you is gonna win every single day, and it's gonna beat it by miles. And so what you really need to focus on is looking at what are the things that you can do to upgrade your energy, upgrade your focus, upgrade your creativity, your stress resilience, and all this. There's many order consequences to this, but those are the primary things that you need to focus on. As a result from that, when you have more energy, focus, your memory is good, you're on point, your mood's good, you're closing sales calls because it's not what you say on the sales call to the prospect, it's you listening, understanding. Time slows down, you can hear what they say, and right before they finish their last word, you know exactly what they're gonna say. And that thing that you're going to say is what's gonna bring them over the line, tap into that primal part of their brain, that reptilian part of their brain, that emotionally is gonna make them say yes. And what's really interesting is when we track client sleep with someone with an Oura Ring, we see that people's closing rate increases substantially. And that's a big reason why, is because it's the energy, it's the vibe, it's the je ne sais quoi that comes from your voice and the power of that across the entire process from the beginning to the end. And so what you really want to focus on, I'm just trying to deliver this message, is focus on becoming that superhuman version of you. I work with superhumans who are like the top 1% of people now, but that's not everybody, and that's fine if that's not you too. But if you're just looking to get a little bit better, to build that muscle, to lose that fat, to run that business, to make 10K a month, just know that I've worked with so many entrepreneurs, so many CEOs and everybody else, and they're all reading the same books and they're all running at about 7 out of 10. But where you can get the competitive advantage and get that leverage, and that's what it's all about, is getting that leverage. And if you're looking to beat the competition, this is probably the best way that I know, is by increasing your optimization within your body, the inner machinery, like your hormones, your brain neurotransmitters, your thyroid, your gut, because when everything is running on point, you're gonna find that everything becomes more effortless. People are calling you and asking for a deal. People are asking for relationships. People are coming to you. So instead of trying to push towards things and pushing people away from you, you're now attracting things towards you and pulling people towards you. And the really interesting thing with this is actually it requires less effort. You don't need as much effort to put into this. So you don't need to crank loads of caffeine into your body in order for things to happen. It's quite a peaceful process when you do it, because it's just like a car that runs from point A to point B. One that is more efficient is going to burn a lot less gas. And so you want a version of you that burns less gas for the same amount of output, to the point where you're working a 12-hour day or getting 12 hours of work done in half the time, 6 hours. And so you have all this extra hours during the day to do what you want to do those hobbies, to spend time with the people you want to. Maybe it's to start that other business venture. Maybe you're looking to start a business, but you're just too busy in the 9-to-5 grind. So what we can focus on is, with the time that you do have, how do we focus on becoming superhuman? And when you become superhuman, things get really good really fast. Now, there's 2 ways you can unlock the superhuman. One is called Superhuman. It's a video program that I'm currently working on, going through everything A to Z, mindset to how to get ripped, how to get the Adonis body, how to live the lifestyle that you want. We have top guests coming in, how we use polyvagal theory based on a bottom-up approach, getting to the root cause of things, the unconscious mind, so we can lift the weight and lift the shackles from what's actually slowing you down. Also, in terms of focus, brain peak performance, machinery, gadgets, all these things we can use with your mind. And I've worked with some of the best coaches, doctors, athletes all around the world, and I'm taking the best of every single thing, putting inside of this video program, and it's going to be updated weekly, and you get lifetime access to it as well, which is a really nice feature. And that's Superhuman. It's a community. We're going to have group calls, some one-on-one with me, and that's that. The next one, if you're looking to get even deeper, is called Superhuman Plus. And Superhuman Plus is our program where you work directly one-on-one with me, Riley, and we're gonna send lab testing kits directly to your house. It typically works out to about 1,500, 3,000 biomarkers. We're looking under the hood of your biology. We're gonna be looking at parasites in your body, thyroid off, brain neurotransmitters, genetics. We wanna make sure the right genes are turning on. We're turning off the bad genes. We also wanna make sure that your brain neurotransmitters are on point, that we're releasing trauma from your brain that's holding you down, that may have happened from childhood. You may not even realize it. Inflammation that's in your body, these things with mood swings, your sleep might be off and you wake up in the middle of the night. We just want to fix all this in the fastest way possible. And so when we look at the root, and we look like a mechanic under the hood of a car, under the hood of your biology, it's going to paint a very precise picture and a map of exactly what's happening inside of your body, inside of your mind. And then when we have this map, we know exactly where to go. We know exactly where to go and to find the treasure because we have the map that's completely laid out. And so we can see with some people, they have parasites in their mind that are, maybe their mind, but their gut too, that's stealing nutrients from the foods that they're eating, even though they're healthy foods. And this is why you might be doing all the right healthy things, but it's just not moving the needle in terms of your health and your performance. And so when we remove the parasites, now the foods that we eat and the nutrients from the foods that we're eating can be used for our hormones, for our brain neurotransmitters, and that's why anxiety for people can melt away very fast, and that they have potentially for years. Or the weight that they're struggling to lose suddenly starts coming off. And all these different vectors all stem from the gut, from inflammation of the body. You could have heavy metals, you could have mold in your body, you can have your thyroid being off. That's not to say that you definitely need the lab test, because a lot of what we're doing in the Superhuman video program anyway is going to be addressing a lot of these things. And sometimes we have people who come into Superhuman and then they'll upgrade to the Superhuman Plus. But with all that to say, when you address it from either angle, we're looking at the root cause, and you can get better in the quickest time frame possible. Like, we're talking sometimes 60 to 80%, 90% improvements in a matter of weeks when you may have been struggling for years upon years at a time. And that's where we have to make it entirely customized to you. And it's not a cookie cutter approach. It's entirely customized, entirely personalized to you. And it's why a lot of our clients, from people who are just trying to improve health or reach that superhuman 10 out of 10, 1% of the world status of getting there, is because we are able to do it in a very customized, a very precise way, and get them to where they want to go and their goals, and working around their schedule. So it feels fun, it feels effortless, and things are just working in your favor. Just bang, bang, bang. You're making money, you're closing deals, health is good, relationships are good, you're getting the body you want, you're being able to travel to the places you want to get to. This is a lot of what we're going to be talking about inside of Superhuman. So if this resonates with you, reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook. You can just shoot out a message, Superhuman, and I'd be more than happy to send you more details on what all these entail. We'll talk to you real soon.